Which of the following ordered pairs satisfy the equation y equals negative 2x minus 4? And that we're given three different ordered pairs, and we want to see which of them will satisfy this equation, which of them will make this equation true. So a couple of things to keep in mind when we're looking at an ordered pair. The first coordinate is the x coordinate and the second is the y coordinate, unless we're working with different variables. But in this case, we just have x's and y's. So the first is the x and the second is the y. So what we'll do is we'll put these values for x and y into the equation and see if the equation is true. So remember, the equation that we're working with here is y equals negative 2x minus 4. And so we want to substitute in these values for the x and the y. Be very careful that x comes first in the ordered pair, but notice that the y comes first in the equation. So just be paying close attention. Actually putting the x and the y up above the variables is a really good idea to just help you to keep track. So we're saying that y has a value of 2. That's right here. So I'm going to put in the 2. I'm going to see, does that equal negative 2 times the x value? Notice the x value is negative 3. And then we bring down that minus 4. So what we've done is we've just taken out the y and the x, and we've replaced them with these values from the ordered pair. Now we're going to simplify and see if we have a true equation. So the left side is just 2 equals. Over here we follow order of operations. We do the multiplying first. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6 minus 4. And so the left side is still 2 equals, and 6 minus 4, sure enough, that equals 2. So that satisfies the equation. So does this satisfy the equation? Yeah, so negative 3, 2 satisfies the equation. The equation. Now let's try 4, negative 4 and see if that satisfies the equation. Starting with the same equation, y equals negative 2x minus 4. Now we're substituting in 4 for x and negative 4 for y. So we said y was negative 4. Negative 4 equals negative 2. Now instead of x, we want to put in the value for x, which is 4. And then again, we bring down the minus 4. And we simplify this side here to see if this is indeed true. So negative 4 equals, well, negative 2 times a positive 4. Negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 4 is 8. Minus 4. Now we have to be really, really careful on our signs here. Negative 4 equals negative 8 minus 4 is going to give us negative 12. Right? The signs are the same, and so we combine them and we keep the same sign. This is not a true equation. Those are not equal to each other. So 4, negative 4 does not satisfy, doesn't satisfy the equation. We've got one last one to try. We're going to try negative 2, 0. And so y equals negative 2x minus 4. This time we're going to put in negative 2 for x and 0 for y. So 0 for my y value. We're wondering if that's going to equal negative 2 times that x value, which we saw was negative 2, minus 4. And so let's see how this right side simplifies out. 0, we're wondering, is that equal to negative 2 times a negative 2? Well, a negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 4. And we know that 4 minus 4 equals 0. 0 equals 0. So negative 2, 0 does satisfy the equation. It does make the equation true. Does satisfy.